I'm going to talk a little bit today about how I rewired my Stratocaster. Got rid of that 5-way switch because I wanted to basically have two settings. One that would be a clean setting that I would use the neck pickup and the middle pickup. And then a second setting, which I would use the middle pickup and the bridge pickup. And what I wanted to be able to do is I want to be able to set the volume levels differently. So with the neck pickup and the middle pickup, I wanted those to run a little bit lower in volume. And then when I flipped the switch to the down position, I wanted to be able to have the middle pickup and the bridge pickup. And I wanted those to be at a different level. I wanted them to be hotter than the first position of the pickup. You can't do this on a 5-way. So what I did was I came up with wiring so I can run the second pickup with two different volume potentiometers. So I'm going to walk through that a little bit and then show the wiring diagram that I did for that. And you guys can run with it. I couldn't find anything like it online, and I knew what I wanted to do. So this is how I accomplished it. I also, well, I'll talk through it. I put a kill switch in it also because what I wanted to do is set the potentiometers in a live situation, not have to worry about them anymore. So I'd have one setting and then the other setting. So the potentiometers are set and then I don't touch them. So normally you'd roll your volume off like at the end of the song or something like that. And then for me, then all my mix would be shot. So what it is also wired in a kill switch so that if I'm between songs or I want it to be just quiet, I just eliminate the signal output altogether. So that allows me to basically set the volume levels and then not touch any of them after the fact. So take a look down here at the guitar. What I got going on here. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, sorry about that. So again, I'm looking at these two and I want to run those at a lower volume level than these two. And the cool thing also about this is I can blend these two. It's something you can't really do with a stock Strat. You're either going to get these two together, or you're going to get these two together, you get just this one, or just this one, or just this one. So the cool thing here is I can blend these two, and then in the other position I can blend these two. And the great one is that this one I can control at two different volume levels. I'm probably basically going to say that over and over again, that this one is independent in the different situations. So what happens is the trick is this one switch. This is a double pole, double throw switch. So it's controlling two things at the same time. It's going to be controlling whether I go with a one volume potentiometer in one setting or another volume potentiometer for the second setting. And it does it at the same time that it does the switch between these and these. So when I jump down into it, this potentiometer right here only controls this volume for the neck pickup. This potentiometer right here controls the volume for this pickup. So when I'm in the up position, or what I got right here is the up position, so down and up. When I'm in up position, these two potentiometers control the volume for these two. Okay, so when I flip the switch down to this position, these two are the active volume controls. So this second one right here is now the controller for this pickup. And then this potentiometer right here is the volume is for that one. It's pretty straightforward. So the big difference is when I flip it, this one is either controlling volume for the middle. When I flip it down, that's the one controlling the volume. And so what I can do is I can get this set up, the blend that I want with it, have it in one position for like lighter stuff, cleaner stuff, and then on the run, just flip it down to the other one. I've got this one. Like I said, if I don't want any volume output at all, I got a kill switch. And then I set this up actually so that that's on. So if I'm accidentally strumming away and I hit down, I'm gonna keep it on. I'd have to do an upstroke to flip this off. So that's pretty nice. And then I got this in the up position for that because I'm usually gonna pop down for a lead and then I can pull back up for the clean sound. So the diagram really walks through it probably the best to be able to see that. So I did not show the ground portion of it. It just gets in the way. You've got basically the signal circuit from here. So pickup 1, 2, and 3. This is looking down, if I flipped it around. So pickup 1 is going into volume 1. I show this in this purple. And then it's going to come out of volume 1 and go over to the output of that jack. And then the output of 2 is combined with that volume. So this is coming together. You know what, let me back that up a little bit, because let me talk about how switch 2 works, because that's really the cool one. So the output of 2 comes into one side of this double pole, double throw. It enters into here, and then it can either go up to to volume pot 2, which is combined with this one, or when it's in the down position, it can come across to this volume pot and be used with this one. That's the really cool thing. So when I'm in the position, the neck position right here, I've got the output of 2 going into 2, and then going into the input of 2, and then I combine this across to 1, and so now 1 and 2 have a signal that's going into one side of the output of the switch that goes to the jack. Similar thing going on the other side. So when I've got the switch flipped the other way, got my pickup 2 is going into this second circuit with this second volume knob. And then volume 3 comes in here, and then these two combine together to do their output into the other side of the switch. And then we exit, so this is my exit to the kill switch. So the kill switch is right here, comes out of there and just goes to the positive side of the jack on the guitar. Again, I didn't show the ground in there. And I did put one tone knob in. I put an 022 microfarad capacitor because I wanted to roll a little bit of the high end off of the bridge pickup. I didn't put tones on any other ones because I want to do all my tone controls independent of the guitar. I just wanted to have this, I want to have kind of unadulterated signal coming out of these pickups and then running to it. The only thing I'm going to do is shave a little bit of high end off of that one, and then it can go to the amp and I can do the rest of the work on it through there. So let me flip it over. If you guys are still with me, you can see the inside of this thing. And the key again is, let me zoom in on it, this guy right here. So we kind of get the wire out of the way here so you can see it a little better. There we go, you can see it better. Okay, so pickup 2, it's coming out, going into this selector right here. So it can either go to this circuit down here, or it can go to this circuit up here. So it's either going down here or up there. That's the key right there. And then the outputs of them are on the other side. So these things are happening simultaneously. I'm either running my output from these two, or I'm running the output from these two through this jack, and then out that jack into my kill switch. My kill switch then goes into my positive side of the guitar jack. So what am I running in this? I've got Seymour Duncan SSL 1s and a reverse wound one in the middle position. Then I got a Seymour Duncan P90 in the bridge position. So I hadn't seen anything like this online. Wanted to share it with people because there was head scratching. I knew it could be done, and there it is. It's done. Sounds great. One thing I did want to say is that I did run 1 meg potentiometers on these because I wanted to be able to have I wanted to be able to have the brightest signal coming through that I could, and then I can shave it off through EQ or through the amp segment of it. So that way I've kind of got the brightest power I can output of these pickups going through there. And the 1 meg was great to do that. They're linear because basically I'm going to set it and forget it, so it doesn't really need to have any kind of nice roll off at all. So that worked really well. I hope that's helpful. Give it a shot. It's a pretty cool mod.